just focus on the things that I need to do and that I'm bad in.
アニマスターけどそれ。Player, hey, we're gonna be here. Here's we're gonna be in back end. So he's cleaned some of those up, not all of them. He's become a reliable player, and again, I think he has just willed himself.
With Prime Big Deal Days coming October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away.
From the very beginning, you knew she was unlike anyone else, and she always will be. Desert diamonds celebrate all the shades that make her, her. And green is ever-changing as the desert is sunlit lights.
What's up? What's up? Sup? Skakel in the house. Saturday Night Live. We are here, babies. A few hours away from my comedy store set at midnight or thereabouts, if you know what I'm saying. Because every stand-up comic is selfish. And they don't really believe in doing their time. There's only one King Kong in my book. And that's the one with Fay Ray and Bruce Cabot. But I gotta be honest with you, I do have a soft spot in my heart for King Kong with Jessica Lange in 1976 with Charles Grodin as well. So that is kind of eerie. Because it's, instead of the Empire State Building, it's the World Trade Center. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Peter Pan, we don't do the all caps in here. Yes, Jeff Bridges, you know, obviously not quite the same. But I'm going to tell you another movie that literally, if you were to put it on right now at the end, I would cry. What up, Ross? Is Mighty Joe Young. It's kind of King Kong, Diet King Kong, but a great movie. I believe Charlize Theron did the remake. What up? What up? Old Yeller, Benji. I think there's an episode of Benji when they kicked the dog that stayed with me a lot as a child. What TV shows have you appeared on? Well, I appeared on Comedy Central's Roast Battle, Season 1, where I got to the live television. I'm Dying up here on Showtime, which was a drama about the Comedy Store in the 70s. What up, what up? Tyler, the Creator's The Jellies, where I play the father. Barry Jelly, only white guy on the show. I've been on Real Rob on Netflix. And a few other things. You know, Brian's Song is a sad movie. When they show at the very end James Caan and Billy D. Williams running with that music in the background. Ice Castle's also a very sad movie with Lynn Holly Johnson and the great Robbie Benson. That's a very sad movie. All these movies right around the same time, you know, late 70s. Yeah, I saw Mark Sanchez got into a fight in Indianapolis last night. He was stabbed. I'm gonna guess someone called him a pussy, and he's like, "Fuck you," and then, he's probably still got some lingerings of macho-ness in him. And well, ET, hook it up, baby, hook it up. I audition constantly for animated cartoons, movies, so it's a good gig if you can get it. Problem is my voice is so deep that I only go up against celebrities. So you look like Mr. Incredible. I don't know who that is. Mark Sanchez got stabbed. He's gonna live and stuff, but he'll be all right. Yeah, that's a fact, Jack. RA. UFC is on. What channel is that on? I'm not paying for it, but I'm not really. There's no heavyweights on that card. SC, as far as I know. AJ Styles looking good. Is he at the UFC? Yeah, I'm a big heavyweight guy. I like those big, fat fucking slobs. Yeah, UCLA, big win, 0-4, beat the number 7th ranked team in the country. Was it Penn State? Maybe they need Sandusky back. Well, someone said AJ Styles looking good, so. Philip, that's so unfunny, I can't even show it. So you're 0 for 1, Philip. 0 for 1. Fuck yeah, David. That I do. Oh, thank you. You guys hook it up, man. Get me a gig. EA Sports. It's in the game. He's there at the UFC. Okay. I used to order every UFC pay-per-view, but once they took it off of DirecTV, where you couldn't order the pay-per-view off DirecTV, I just stopped watching it. I mean, I used to have people come over. We'd have watch parties. Danish and O'Neill. I mean, thank you, ACDC. I don't want anyone leaving MLC, but I watched a little bit of that. Well, I know I can order it on my iMac, but it's just, I have an 85-inch television. It's just something missing than watching it on your iMac. I mean, like, here's my television. I'm not trying to impress you guys, but I'd rather watch the UFC on that. So, can't you be a color commentator for wrestling? I mean, I would love to, but I think, I'd have to start in the. I want to watch Collision because my favorite guilty pleasure tag team, MXM Collection, along with my second roast battle opponent, John Morris, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Thunder, Johnny TV, and his lovely wife, Taya, take on the Don Callis Collection. I do have Paramount Plus. But as you can see, I mean, here's my iMac. It's a 21-inch screen. Certainly not small by any stretch, but 21 ain't 85 inches, if you know what I'm saying. So I will watch Collision after this stream, as a matter of fact. So there's that. I just wish I could order. I don't know why the pay-per-view model's dead. Yeah, but my Wi-Fi is so bad, bro, that I don't. It's crazy that my Wi-Fi is that bad, but um, I love it. I love it, TV. Like I have a smart TV, but like I can't. I could go on YouTube right now, but my Wi-Fi is so weak that the Wi-Fi on the television does not really link up. So I just if like John Jones were fighting, I don't know, I don't even know who the heavyweight champ is in the UFC anymore. Um, I would watch on my computer. 75 inches now. I mean, 85-inch is almost on the border of being too big. But it is kind of cool to watch it. Like I watch the Kings Ducks game on it right now. So, 75 is very good. Whose brother just died Saturday? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Ross Incognito. Are you breaking news? Hey, hit the like and subscribe button, please. That helps get me in to the algorithm. Please. Oh, John Jones' brother just died. Okay, that's it's sad. Whether you like John Jones or not, it's rest in peace. I'm not sure how he passed, but that could be the thing to get John Jones, back in the game. So it's always unfortunate when you have a death in the family. Oh, that guy, really? How did he die? He was pretty young, wasn't he? That's too bad. 39 years old. That's crazy. When I'm, 57, and you see someone 39 years old passing away, it's no fun, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm a Steeler guy, so tomorrow I don't really care about the early game, the Browns and the Vikes. What time is that? 6:30 a.m. for me. I will be sleeping like a little baby. So I will not be watching that game. I mean, let's see what games are on tomorrow. Like the early game. Let's check it out. If the Steelers aren't playing, I really don't care. But let's see, tomorrow the early game for me is the Broncos and the Eagles at 10 a.m. The Cowboys and the Jets at 10 a.m. That game is on Fox. And then, let's see, the 1 o'clock game is the Commanders and the Chargers. And then the 5 p.m. game, the Patriots and the Bills. And if you're not really into that, you can watch Entertainers with Byron Allen if you want to subject yourself to that. But I'm not sure too many people who would want to do that. You gotta size up the competition. Gonna give your Steelers offense the bits. I mean, yes, the Steelers are on a bye, that's for sure. Well, there's a lot of parity in the NFL. We don't do the racial humor in here today, present. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see who's streaming live right now, and I'm going to direct you to their stream. The Steelers are an interesting team to watch. Probably doing a little better than most people. Yes, MLC is on with the Sorcerer, Mr. Kill Everything, and Tom Myers. I can't compete with that. And then we've got the Stuttering John podcast. Who wouldn't want to watch that? we've got Keanu yes, Keanu is live right now. I mean, there you go. And then, so we've got some Dabbleverse related streams for you to try out the racial humor. I mean, Jeff Ross, the guy's unbelievable. He fails upward, Bombs on everything I see him on, gets more work. Had his allegation situation, gets a Super Bowl commercial. I mean, it's really almost at this point, it's kind of admirable. So, I see there's some shenanigans in the Florida Panther game. Let's turn the volume down so I could watch. Try to watch John. What up, chill guy? What up? I mean, everything's going good. I'm just minding my own business, not causing any trouble. Let's see this. We got a big hit in the Florida Panthers game. Let's see what happens here. Of course, I can't show it because I don't want my channel dinged for, copyright or whatever. So let's see this hit. It's Ekblad. All right. Oh, Jesus. Man, this guy really fucking 46 Sabarin. He really went nuts. Looks like Tampa's kind of loading up with toughness. They're definitely going to come after the the Panthers this year, but you got to win. All right. Damn, this was only 17. This is 2 minutes into the first period, so watch out the next time Tampa plays Florida. That could get ugly. Well, thank you. Thank you. I went to Florida U, so go Panthers. I don't believe I said that, Ross. Yes, I'll be at the Comedy Store tonight. Wasn't Callan arguing about the vaccines? That's a guy I'd want to get into a debate about the vaccines with, Brian Callan. What the fuck? Get out of town, dude. Okay. Apparently this Panther game got real out of hand. What up, Daria? Yes, Comedy Store tonight, midnight. Lois is letting me know she is hungry. So welcome aboard, guys. Welcome to Saturday Night Live in the Earlverse. We're just a small, humble stream. We don't talk about the Dabbleverse. I hear about everything. I watch nothing, but I hear about everything. Yeah, we don't do, hold on a minute. We don't do the gay talking here. I'm going to send you over to MLC. Yeah, Gino Bisconte, he's a real, I had him on the Comedy Store podcast. And he drops an N-bomb, like hard N-bomb. I'm like, Jesus, bro, I can't have this. And I had the owner of the Comedy Store there that night, and he's looking at me like, what are you doing? So I get in trouble. Yeah, we don't do the gay talking here. No, that's Lois. That's my baby Lois. I'll give you guys. Lois, look up to the fans. She's all right. She's hungry. See, she knows where the fans are. She has a partially collapsed trachea. So, it sounds worse than it is. But she's the best dog in the world. And she's all right, though. Don't worry about Lois. This dog is taken care of better than most humans, to be honest with you. So, she's just chilling right now. She's old, too. She's like 15, so, trust me, I do an amazing job taking care of this dog and to spend a lot of money. She's on meds. She's on everything. Special food, oils, elixirs, you name it, she's on it. But, you know, sometimes, you know, it's a trachea issue. It's never going to get better. It's not going to get worse, but it's not going to get better. So, damn, there are some cheap hits going on in this Florida-Tampa game. Well, Daria, hopefully I have a answer for you. I believe my friend Phoenix Copley is in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I believe that's him in net. Or is that Bolevsky? I mean, Phoenix is a big dude. He came to the Comedy Store to see me a couple weeks ago. Man, he fucking towered over me, and it's not like I'm a small guy. Man, there is some... This Tampa Florida game was bonkers. What is your type of woman? I don't really have... well, my dad actually, funny enough, dated Tina Louise Ginger before my mommy. I don't really have a type. You know, I'm much more of a vibe person. You know, you could line up, say, my last 5 serious girlfriends, and they all look different. You know, for example, we'll take the girl I dated, you know, Lois's mom, Gail. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess I'd take the money and perform in Saudi Arabia, and you know, I don't think Callan would bother me because he knows what I have on him, and Jeff's a total pussy. So it's really the order you put them in. But if you look at you know, Lois's mom, Gail, she kind of looks like Pink, the singer. Which is funny because they are from the same hometown of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And then the girl after Gail, she looked just like Julia Roberts. I mean, just like Julia Roberts. And then the girl after her, kind of an Amy Schumer vibe, like a fat Amy Schumer. And the girl after that, I would say like a southern version of Miley Cyrus. And the girl after that, a buxom blonde. And so you could, if you lined up all those girls, you would not think the same guy dated them. So I don't really have a type per se. I've dated a Latina. Yes, Doylestown, from what I remember, is about 40 minutes outside of Philly. Foreigner. I'm a foreigner guy. Not that I don't like Kansas, but I'm just not really, you know, I never really got into that southern fried hillbilly rock. Although I was in the 38 special video for The Sound of Your Voice. I've had interactions with one African American. Not really, because if you look at the boob size, I guess, I mean, Gail is adequate in that department. The girl after that, A cups, but beautiful. The girl after that, probably, I mean, she was heavy all over, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, she left quite an impression on me and my mattress. I mean, I'm not saying that girl liked food, but the first time we had sex and I pulled out, I had a turkey on my dick. So, and then the girl after that, adequate in that department. And then the girl after that, more than adequate in that department. So Um, dated a Kenyan. Well, I mean, she was black. I don't know if she was from Kenya per se, but um, I don't know if I can answer that. Good for you, AC/DC. Good for you. So I don't really have a type per se. Um, I'm a vibe guy. Um, I did come back after Black. She was cool. She was actually. Um, I lived in a building where a guy a few floors below me had HIV. He was a model from the 80s, and he dates someone very famous who lived in our building. They're just lifetime partners. And the crazy thing is that the partner doesn't have HIV, but the model does. And the black girl was is still his best friend. So, message hell for review. So, I'm much more of that's why a lot of my relationships, they lasted a fair amount of time with younger girls because, we just had a good vibe. Message hell for review. Oh boy, oh boy. Do you know any comic that slept with more women than Charlie Sheen? I mean, probably D'Elia. I mean, D'Elia was a fucking animal in his prime. I mean, we need to get you a Caribbean. Yeah, I mean, hook it up, I mean, you like younger girls. Not necessarily, to be honest with you. That's all I'm around. I'm not around 40-year-old women. I'm not around 50-year-old women. I would say most of the girls at the Comedy Store, per se, just picking the Comedy Store, I would say they're from 20 to maybe 35. Maybe 35. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I've never even come close to doing anything with an underage girl. I've had the opportunity, but I passed big time. So, no offense to any of the women in chat, but ain't no pussy worth going to jail for. Sorry, girls. I'd rather beat off and wake up the next day in my own bed. So, we got some trolls in here right now. It is a young crowd at the Comedy Store. Top 5 all-time tits. I'm assuming you mean celebrity tits. I mean, number 1 to me, you're going to have to look up some of these people because they're not necessarily famous. I have dated a few porn stars and OnlyFans girls, which is the modern day porn star. Let me see. My number 1 all-time tits, like it ain't even close for me, is Playmate Petra Verkaik. That's Verkaik. I mean, just natural. Might be too big for some, but like nothing beats natural. And she's pretty skinny. She's not necessarily thick. Dolly Parton, of course. I mean, it's got to be up there. Let me see. Adrienne Barbeau. I mean, Kat Jennings from Two Broke Girls, and I think she was in Freddy versus Jason. Actress, not necessarily famous, but fairly well known. Monica Keene, I think. So, yes, natural for real, drummer Dave. I mean, fake tits don't really do it for me. Have I been with women who have fake tits? Yes. Nothing beats natural. Just nothing beats natural. That's a fact, Jack. Earl Charlie Sheen said he slept with 47,000 women. I mean, listen, I don't know if I believe those numbers. So, Epic, you always do that shit. You're gone, baby. I'm not going to have you fucking promote your stream on my stream, you fucking Momo. Why aren't you married yet? Genuinely asking. Well, I came very close to getting married during the pandemic. If the pandemic doesn't happen, we would have been married. Yeah, I mean, she has a great rack, AC/DC. And my friend, Jake Lacey, played her husband on the first season of White Lotus. Well, he ain't stream sniping me anymore, baby doll. So I'm trying to think. I mean, there's, many, many great busty women. I have not watched the Netflix show Tires. What do you do for work? Stand-up comedy, voiceover acting, and I have a family business that I don't talk about on here. Let's just say I'm in commercial real estate, which is why I can have a Patreon of 5 people and laugh about it. Was cool to see you at Roast Battle. Yes, I made my return to Roast Battle judging. All I can say is the new era of Roast Battle, it sucks. How can you just have to try everything, Well, I don't have any children, so I don't really care. Chinese Mike, we don't do the gay stuff in here. I don't know. I mean, you got to figure that with Kirill signing for $17 million in Minnesota, that McDavid's going to be the first $20 million a year player. That's tough. So, what's the salary cap? $80 million, I think. In hockey, I might be off on that. Someone feel free to correct me. And I think McDavid, let's say McDavid gets $20 million. I think Draisaitl makes 12. Bouchard makes a little over 10. So that right there, 3 players, 42, are making half your salary cap. 3 players. And I think Hyman makes a fair amount of money. I want to say Hyman makes like 9 million, 10 million. Hyman might make 10 million a year too. So if you include Hyman at say 10 million, that's 4 players making 60% of your salary. So who's going to play on the second line? And Nugent Hopkins doesn't exactly make chump change. So that's the problem. I mean, that's really why the Oilers had to trade Patrick Kane. Not Evander Kane, I'm sorry. So, interesting. Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's even talk about McDavid coming to the Kings, and the rumored package would be Byfield, Brant Clark, Liam Greentree, and like 3 number 1 picks. Okay, well, now the Kings are going to be, you're going to have McDavid with Adrian Kempe, and the second line will, so it's tough. I mean, obviously McDavid individually is the best player in the game, but like at 20 million, you got to throw him to a team that's probably 20 to 30 million, free cap space, and then you have a bunch of rookies who are under the league minimum playing with him. So it's tough. It's tough for him because if he takes 20 million in Edmonton, they'll never win a cup. And it's nothing to do with it. It's like you can't afford to pay a good goalie. So you're going to be stuck with Skinner and Pickard, who are good. I mean, Skinner, I've never seen a goalie like him where it's either 2 shutouts in a row or 2 games of 5, 6 goals. I'm not hating on Hyman or any player for making money, but I'm just saying, McDavid wants to win the cup. You can tell it's just killing him that he's not winning the cup. Now, versus you look at the Florida Panthers, they've won. The Rock is. If he's not taking roids, that's unbelievable to me. SC. So no, we don't do. Okay, you can do a joke SC because you do a lot of off the book stuff for me. SC. So most underrated player in the league, I would say Adrian Kempe of the Kings. Minnesota will get the cup this year. Well, they're kind of in a tough pickle now that Kaprizov's making $17 million. Like, now you got to go with lower budgeted players on the third and fourth line. If you look at the Florida Panthers, most of those guys took discounted deals. Ekblad could have gotten a lot more money on the open market. The guy, I didn't see the joke. I didn't see the joke. The guy tried to joke about Hyman. Let me go back. I didn't see the joke. Oh, I get it. That's a pretty good joke, actually, black and blue. That's not bad. You look at Florida, like Marchand took less, to stay in Florida. Ekblad took a lot less to stay in Florida. Reinhardt probably could have gotten a little more. He took a little less to stay in Florida. So, you got to get Florida is like the destination for free agents right now, because they have a great coach, they have a great GM. They don't rely on gimmicks like the Vegas Golden Knights do with the long-term injury cap. So, Bobrovsky, he makes a fair amount of money, but he's worth it. Florida is really the benchmark for how to manipulate the salary cap, because they basically are like, okay, like in Ekblad's case, he's like, hey, his agent or whoever's guiding him, like, hey, take $1 million or $2 million less because you're playing in Florida with no state income tax. So if you got $2 million more, say in Los Angeles, well, you're going to spend that in taxes. So you're really going to get the same whether you go to LA or stay in Florida. What up, Daryl? That was a good Hyman joke. Florida, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, but who the hell wanted to play hockey in Arizona? I'd like to. I'm not going to lie and say it's a bucket list, but I wouldn't mind seeing a game in Lambeau Field. I'd like to obviously go see a game in Heinz Field. How can I improve? Don't try. Don't try. Women don't like it if you try too hard. That's why I do pretty good with the girls. I don't try. I throw out my package. I'm like, hey, I'm a great guy. I'm pretty successful. Got enough money to take you on dates. I'm physically mobile enough to get you to get your car door. I'm not a complete piece of shit. I got a big hog. I got life pretty much the way I want it. So, you could find someone younger than me, but how's that going to work? Not very well. Might be fun for a month. And then the nice dinners where they were basically bribing you to fuck them, they kind of start slowly dissipating into, hey, come over. Yes, the action figures are panty droppers. That's a fact, Jack. So, Earl has a nice BMW. Well, am I Russell Peters or Bill Burr? I'm not. But I got enough money to take care of a girl. But, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of taking care of girls. I want to find a girl to take care of me. I'm sick of being used. It's not fun. well, it's not like I play with my wrestling dolls. It's not like after the stream, I'm going to play with my Sting and Hogan dolls. So, no, it's not that I want a sugar mommy, but, I about 2 years ago dated someone in the entertainment field who, I know you maniacs are good at figuring out things, so I'm just going to say they are big in their area of the entertainment business. So, like, she would pick me up in a Porsche, and I didn't care about that, but, like, she would take me to Dantana's. She would take me to these mansion parties. And, once again, I didn't care about that, but it was nice for once in my life to not be the breadwinner of the two. So, no, it was not Angelina Jolie or Oprah. I am surprised about Bill Burr. I mean, he can't need the money. Now, I'm hearing Chappelle got $3 million. I'm going to guess Burr got either $2 million or, whatever he got. Doesn't matter. I mean, that part of the country is like, or part of the world, they hate gays, they hate women. I believe that Saudi Arabia had something to do with financially backing the terrorists on 9/11. And I mean, 9/11 was a very expensive operation for the terrorists. So I wouldn't fucking go over there. I would quit comedy than go over there and make those guys laugh. Fuck them. But, what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Dalia didn't go over there. That would have been the perfect fucking, because they don't give a fuck over there. I mean, Jeff is over there. That's not surprising at all. Jeff Ross would play Hitler's Barbecue if it was around. What up, what up? But you make your own decision. Would it be hard to... No, they didn't. I wasn't invited to the festival. I'm surprised Jessica Kirshland went. I mean, she's a lesbian, and, she had to know their stance on, homosexuality over there. But, I'm sure she got that money, honey. I was overcooked. It was overcooked, Buddhist priest. Hey-o. Hey-o. We'll go about... isn't it weird, though? Every time I look up at a clock at night, it's 9/11. It's so weird. Like, I just looked up 9/11. Well, not really. If you saw some of the comics who went over there, not really. I mean, it's not like it's an amazing lineup. I mean, when the big names, yeah, Chappelle and Burr, but when you start, like, breaking down the other comics, it's not like it's like, oh my God, the gods of comedy are going to Allah. So... Yeah, Bobby McGee's. I remember that place. I also remember the Red Onion in the Marina. We used to go there after King games, and you'd see the players there. It's good when the players are going there, and they call it the Spread Onion. They also had one in Beverly Hills that was quite nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't want a sugar mama, but, like, I will say, and we're still friends to this day, it just didn't really work out. The power dynamic was just too much for me. Like, she is someone who, her phone calls get picked up before the first ring. I mean, she's huge in the entertainment business. And we just had a vibe. We got along. We met at a boxing class, ironically enough. But, it was refreshing for once to be like... And I still paid most of the time. And she had no problem whipping out her black Amex. Whitney Cummings sold out for $370,000, I heard. Now, Whitney will always work. Trust me on that one. She is behind the scenes. You probably got 7 scripts in the works right now. I've never seen someone who behind the scenes works it like she does. Fuck yeah. I mean, those were the good old days. And Mary, R.I.P. Donald. Would you have gone if you were invited? I know nobody believes this. Someone said to me today, actually, you'd go if they offered you $3 million. Well, they were never going to offer me $3 million. So it's like asking me, hey, if you had a 2-foot dick, would you do porn? Well, yeah, I probably would, but I don't have a 2-foot dick. I wouldn't. They hate gays, they hate women. 9/11, they had something to do with it. I don't know what, but they had something to do with it. So I don't really feel like going over to Dubai on Air Emirates first class flight. Trust me, I would have asked for everything. I would have asked for everything. So they were like, "This guy's too much trouble." So yeah, Two Broke Girls is in syndication. She's probably. I don't think Whitney is being syndicated anywhere because I don't think it got to 100 episodes. That's the big one. When you get to 100 episodes on a TV show, it's game over, Red Rover. I get minuscule checks from I'm Dying up here, but I think a lot of people lost their credibility when you sit there and any comic who's over there right now doing that festival, you lost all your credibility with me. You can't sit there and be woke and tell me how to morally live, and then you accepted money from the Saudi government. And, it's not like they're filming specials over there or whatever. No one's going to see those shows. So it's a pure cash grab, which is fine. But none of those guys can need the money. None of them. And girls. Yes, Rob. Someone asked me, would I have gone over there? I wouldn't have. I really wouldn't have. And no one believes me, but you got to take me at my word there. I'm not saying Dubai's not nice, but, what about what's going in England and London? I don't know what's going. I don't know what you mean by that, Gunnar. You should have been in more movies. I'll agree with you there. But, it's tough. It's a tough business. Wouldn't mind meeting Kat Dennings. Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily have a type, but she looks like she might have been made in the Earl manufacturing plant. Whew, excuse me. We'll go about another 10 minutes, guys. Well, listen, I'm not going to say I don't need $1 million. If they said, hey, Earl, how about $1 million for 30 minutes? We'll fly you first class in the suite on Air Emirates, which is basically a flying apartment. You literally won't have to bring your wallet. We'll pay for everything. Limos, you want some pussy, we'll throw that in. The Sultan of Brunei spends $1 million a month on hookers. If the Sultan of Brunei is calling me up saying, dude, you like big tits, you'll have 15 of them in your... It'll be like that one scene in... was it The Spy Who Loved Me, where James Bond visits his friend in the desert, and the guy offers him, a harem to stay the night. I still wouldn't go. I don't know anything about the Tommy Robinson marches. So, I couldn't look myself in the mirror. If I went to that festival, and once again, I wasn't invited, probably 500 comics ahead of me on that list, there's no way I could come back to America and try and preach about anything. That would be funny to film a special on Epstein's Island. I'm not really a big political guy, to be honest with you. I don't like either party. All politicians, both sides, they say what they think you want them to say, and then as soon as you vote for them, they turn their back on you. I don't like to involve myself in that world, which is ironic given who my first cousin is, but, what are you going to do? Hey, just wanted to check before I make a fool of myself. Is it okay to say the N-word in there? You will get a lifetime ban if you do. You know, they have audio of Saudi agents cutting a reporter to pieces inside an embassy, and they have video of them taking suitcases of the parts out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even, I mean, if we start delving into Saudi Arabia's human rights issues, I mean, they could offer me the world and I wouldn't go over there. You know, now listen, I mean, Chappelle, I think, was offered or got $3 million. I mean, you know, but still, he can't need the money. So, you know, they'll still have slavery. Yeah, I'm sure they do. And just the way they treat women, just that alone. And their thoughts on homosexuality is like, you know, I'm the straightest fucking guy on earth, but I'm very gay friendly. Like I said, I'm the only straight guy in my building. And I don't love the building, but I love the people. I love my neighbors. You know, she's a lesbian, two gay dudes there, and we all take care of each other. We all, you know, get each other's mail. You know, I ran out of dog food today, and I could tell Lois was hungry, and my neighbor right there gives me a bunch of fucking dog food. I love my building. So, well, I mean, I'd like to travel a little bit. You know, I know that my comedy would do well in London and Australia. I mean, I would love to do the Australian Comedy Festival. I would love to, you know, play the Royal Albert Hall in London, but I'm certainly not big enough to do that now. But, you know, you get on a few TV shows and bam, I'm in the Royal Albert Hall, baby. So, you know, it's just, you know, right now I'm America based. Well, you know, I take a lot of inspiration from certain bands. You know, the Killers couldn't accomplish shit in America. I mean, they were essentially just a Vegas bar band, a Vegas lounge act. And then for whatever reason, they killed it in London, and they popped first over there, and then they got big here. Yeah, I mean, I can tell where my humor would do well in, you know. I mean, obviously I'm not nearly as big, but I'm like an Americanized version of Jimmy Carr. So I think I would do well over in London. You know, like I know a lot of my friends go to Tokyo to do comedy. I don't know if I would go over there because I mean, I think you know, might do a crowd work special over in Tokyo where I didn't have to do set material because, you know, my material is 80s based and American television shows, and I'm not sure that people in Tokyo would get a rat reference. But fuck it, maybe they would. I don't know. We'll go about another 5 minutes, guys, and then you guys can all go run to MLC and hear Mr. Kill Everything become the new ski mask live. So, to me, the Ramones were just the Beach Boys in leather jackets with a New York City attitude, and I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, they were absolutely... I would say that's a fair assessment. Good for you, AC/DC. I don't think I'll ever retire from comedy, but, you know, I'll certainly, I think the older I will get pickier about gigs I do. You know, I mean, 5, 10 years ago, you wouldn't believe the gigs I would do. Even as a Comedy Store paid regular, I would do some shitty bar gigs just because I don't want to say I mean, I am a performance junkie, but, you know, now my standards have changed. Like I used to do a bar show in, Manhattan Beach. at this Mexican restaurant where they're there for the comedy. It's a pretty good Monday night. A lot of big comics go there, work on some TV jokes or whatever. But I won't go there anymore. You know, I'm spoiled by the Comedy Store. Even tonight, like, you know, I'll be on the #1 stage in the world. I'll be on a stage where every comic in the world wants to perform on, and I'm lucky enough to get to do it once or twice a week. So it's hard to go from the Comedy Store to fucking ponchos in Manhattan Beach for me. But 5-10 years ago, I'd gladly do it. So, you know, that's just the way it is. Oh, thank you, TB. Thank you. I mean, you might say Kiss is, you know, you can. I think you can compare bands. You know, certainly in rap, you can say that, you know, Run DMC was, you know, an East Coast version of said West Coast rap band, or the Beastie Boys. Improv isn't as popular as the Comedy Store, but you know it's still a, you know, they get big names there. I mean, the Laugh Factory. I would say, in terms of lineups, the Comedy Store has the best lineups. Then the Improv, then the Laugh Factory. I mean, the Laugh Factory will have like an Instagram model if they have a lot of followers on. Improv, here and there, will do that. Comedy Store, I'm not going to say they don't care about social media followings, but they want you to be funny. I mean, the Comedy Store standards are absolutely the highest. And then you've got the Ice House in Pasadena, that's suffered a very, or gone through, maybe I shouldn't say suffered, or maybe I should. That's gone through a crazy change where it was owned by Bob Fisher, who's like this old school 70s comedy club owner, white, to, I think, Jim Buss bought the club. So basically the Lakers own the Ice House, and it's just different. It's the crowd is more urban, which is fine, but it's just different. You know, last time I was at the Ice House, I was with Craig Robinson, and there was a security guard in the showroom with a fucking gun. Like, it was just weird. Like, it was a weird vibe. And then the green room is probably the nicest green room in LA comedy. So the comics lucked out because I think the thinking was, well, if we have this amazing VIP green room, LeBron James and the Lakers will come. Well, they're not coming to Pasadena from where they live in Bel Air or wherever he lives. So it's just kind of a wasted green room. And they clearly didn't really think about the planning of it. Like, you know, in the comedy club, you want the walls to be soundproof. So, you know, the sound bounces off and back to the stage. Well, at the Ice House, unless they've changed it, the back of the room is the glass windows of the VIP room. So it just kind of, it goes back, the laughter goes back there, and then it kind of dribbles back to the stage. So not how I would have done it, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really play the booker of the Ice House. I don't think he likes me, so it's like, hey, if you don't want to book me and book some of the shit you book, then I'm good with that. And they are good with that. You know, it's not like they're not booking me and they're going out of business. But you know, what about Kookaburra Lounge? I think it's still going. I mean, I don't really see the lineups for them anymore. I know they have like burlesque nights now and jazz nights, and I mean, listen, I've done 2 shows there. The sound quality is amazing because the owner's husband is in the music business. I think he wrote like that Christmas song for Mariah Carey, so he's fucking loaded. So the sound is great. The layout of the room is pretty good. Great bar. And, you know, Katie, the owner, she's awesome. But, you know, the location, to be honest with you, it's not where I would have put a club. It's on the 4th floor of a dying outdoor mall. It's above Dave & Buster's. Now, if it was next to Dave & Buster's, maybe, because you'd get some runoff from people. Hey, let's go to the comedy club next door. But are you a fan of Acme in Minneapolis? I've never played it, so I'm not not a fan, but I've never played there. Last comedy show was David Allen Greer at Big Club in Irvine back in the early 2000s. He was funny as fuck. Yeah, he's great. You know, he's one of the few who's a comic actor. I don't know if I would say he's a stand-up comic per se, but he's very good. I've done, what punchline did I do? I think I did that one. No, I did the San Francisco punchline. Kind of the same thing. It's kind of, or maybe I did the Sacramento. I mean, I've done both punchlines. Yeah, I think I did the Sacramento punchline. It is kind of upstairs, but you know, Sacramento, there's no offense, but there's not a lot going on. So I think people are more apt to find that club versus, you know, if you're a family or if you're going on a date tonight. Not really. I mean, Bolivia's kind of a networker, but you know, she also has a black cloud over her wherever she goes. It's just a negative energy, and you know, so after she fucks her way through the scene, most people don't want anything to do with her. And I will say, you know, for 8 months of the year we dated, she was cool. Like, you know, there is a good side to her, but she's almost like Darth Vader at this point. She's just gone too far to the dark side. And, you know, I mean, she basically fucked her way out of the LA comedy scene twice. And really almost 3 times if you count the Orange County scene, which is where she came from. You know, New York, I was getting calls about her a week after she got there. You know, you used to date Bolivia, right? I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Well, she's at the cellar trying to like get in, and she's kind of making it known she'll do whatever it takes. And it's like, well, why am I getting this phone call? What do you want me to vouch for the pussy? So, and you know, for someone in this stream told me, that even Stanhope's crew is kind of distancing themselves from her. And when that's happening, that ain't good. So, you know, I honestly don't wish her bad. You know, I do remember there is a good side of her. Obviously, I'm not happy with what she said about me, but I don't think anyone believed her. So, you know, but, you know, Sacramento, getting back to that, you know, there's one comedy club there. So people are going to find it. But if you're on a date tonight in LA and you say, hey, I want to go, let's go to a comedy show. You know, you know, the comedy store, you're going to look at the lineup. It's TV, comic TV. I mean, I'm probably the least known person on tonight's lineup, and I'm on, you know, every streaming network. I'm not famous, but like, that's a good sign. Well, the guy who goes on last is on every streaming network. You've got the Improv, you've got the Laugh Factory. So, you know, Kookaburra Lounge is probably already 4th pick. And then, you know, you can take an Uber to the Comedy Store front step. Same with the Improv. I mean, the Laugh Factory, you take an Uber, you're literally 5 feet from the door as soon as you get out of the Uber. You know, Kookaburra Lounge, if you're going there, you're going to park 3 levels down, go 4 levels up. And I mean, it's work to get there. And, you know, as much as I love Katie, you know, the lineups are suspect. No, I'm not. Maybe I'll do an OnlyFans page. Well, I mean, you know, we're talking about an ex-girlfriend, for those of you not, you know, going, what the hell are Earl and SC talking about? You know, I remember the good and with all my last couple girlfriends, but with this one in particular, she's, you know, she was fucked at birth, to be honest with you. I mean, the real parents abandoned her. The adoptive parents didn't really care about her until she got on TV. I mean, I remember this is her life in a nutshell, this story. I don't think I ever told this story on air. Yeah, bumping pussies, bumping dicks. What up? So I go over to Bolivia's stepmom's house in Orange County. And it's like a $3 to $4 million home, which is why her GoFundMe page never made sense to me. I mean, I'm not saying she was lying. Clearly, she was in the hospital. But it's like, wait a minute, your stepmom's not helping you? I've been in her house. It's a mansion. Um, so Bolivia has a special needs sister adopted from Russia. So clearly, her step parents like adopt toys. And so I go over there. I'm playing with the dog with the special needs sister. I think, oh, I'm doing a good thing. I'm be nice to the sister who's a little, off or whatever you want to call it. And I have a special needs niece, so I'm not making fun of that at all. So, I'm petting the dog, I'm playing with the sister, and then all of a sudden, I look up and Bolivia's like staring at me, like in a mean way, like, what the fuck are you doing? And it hit me right there. That is how tough her life is. She was jealous of me playing with the sister. Her 13-year-old at that time, special needs adopted sister. So Bolivia has to fight for attention with her now. So that explains her life in a nutshell. And, now I think, her birthday's in October. I think in a couple days, she's 30 now. So everyone who's wanted to fuck her has fucked her. Now what? Mickey Bitsko, $2. Thank you, baby doll. Eggshell White Walls, LA Ash Cummins. It's depressing. Oh, thank you very much, Mickey. I appreciate that. Ashley Cummings, yeah, we don't talk about her in here. She just doesn't do it for me in terms of interest. I mean, I watched that shit last night with, her and KB. And, like, your sister is one of the richest people in LA comedy. And you're grifting Brennan for $100. That ain't a good sign. Time to wave the white towel. Yes, Al Franken. Yes, I get that a lot. What up, bruz? We'll go 3 more minutes, guys, and then I got to get ready for stand-up comedy. But I tell you what I would like is for you guys to hit the like and subscribe button for some of you noobs in here. Some of you noobs. That would be very much appreciated. And then I've got to walk to the supermarket and get Lois some more dog food. I'll give you a big blast. Last night she was definitely pilled up. And you think me and her would get along because she's a yoga, she's a high-level yoga teacher. So you think we would actually, now I'm horrible at yoga, but I'm interested in the art. But, she is... I don't think she realizes she goes on all these streams and she's the joke. People are making fun of her. Like last night, people are watching that clip Doom did because she's pilled out arguing with Brennan about money. You ever see me argue about money? I've done 40 MLCs. I've never been paid once, and I never asked for money because I don't want it. How long does it take to get around in LA? Anywhere in Milwaukee is 15 minutes. I mean, it takes me 5 minutes to get to the Comedy Store. Hey-oh, that's a fact, Jack. So, Earl has integrity. I kind of do, to be honest with you. And to be honest, it's probably hurt me, to be frank. But I like yoga. I mean, I took it this morning. I mean, last night I was lifting heavy weights at Gold's Gym. Do you feel bad for Theo Vaughn? I kind of do. Like I said, I reached out to him. And I just said, hey, bro, if you need a real human to talk to, I'm around. And, he's so lost in the sauce right now. He calls me back, or he didn't call me, he texted me back, doing a bit. And I'm like, bro, I don't want anything from you. I'm trying to help you, you fucking buffoon. He's just a lost soul. He's got, you know, like Dean Del Rey types around him. You know, like Burr has Dean. You know, Theo has a bunch of suck ups who just use them and milk them. And you know, that's the business. So, can you dance for us, please? If you give me money, honey. I've done a 70-minute stream for $2, and now you're wanting me to dance. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. The BJ Penn method. Yeah, I mean, BJ Penn. There's another guy who has had quite the downfall. So maybe it's good you never made it that big. Don't have to deal with it. Well, I wouldn't deal with that problems anyway. You know, I would do it Tyler, the Creator style. Slip and slide, take a ride. You got the best of both worlds. Caviar is hard to find. You're not a big city girl. You have dreams to make it big right off the Greyhound bus. Roses come for everyone. You're gonna have yourself some fun. When it's all done, you find yourself. You're feeling so young, no cover-ups. You're never alone if you have a call. It's all for one and one for all. Baby, we can dance, dance, dance. Feel the heat of the rhythm. Feel the heat of my hand. Fuck yeah. Have you seen Perry Caravello lately? No, I don't watch that shit. I mean, I find Perry to be maybe the most unfunny person. Yeah, I mean, you know, but I mean, even Joe has had a lot of phony people around him. You know, I mean, if you look at Joe's inner circle, you know, Shab, you know, D'Elia, his problems, Callan and his problems. So, but, you know, he's got enough mental and certainly physical discipline where I think he's avoided a lot of the trappings of suck-ups. Earl, can you commission a queer to paint your depressing wall terms of service? 100%. I'll work right on that. Do you feel like you're part of Hollywood? I mean, you know, am I a famous comic? No, but, you know, I'm more successful than most. So, but you know what I mean? I mean, most comics, you know, like to have a bunch of yes people around them. I mean, look at Jeff. You know, Jeff's a perfect example of just having a bunch of young, open mic suck-ups who just look up to him like he's the god of comedy. He ain't. And, you know, I guess he lives a happy life, I suppose. Yeah, everyone is phony. I once had a comic come up to me at the Comedy Store. I was talking to the booker, Emily at the time, and they literally came up to me and said, "Hey, Earl, I loved your new closer." I'm like, I didn't even go on yet. Like, they just wanted to barge in on the conversation with Emily by complimenting me when I hadn't even gone on yet. So, most comics would eat each other. Oh, 100%, 100%. You don't think that when Tim Dillon was bounced out of the comedy festival in Riyadh, that 20 comics called their agent and said, "Hey, Tim just fucking bounced. Let's get in on it." I would not do the comedy deal. Can you do your impression of Jeff's manager when she met you on the street? "Oh, hey, Earl, how's it going?" I just no-sold her. To coin a wrestling term, I no-sold her. I mean, she was just doing that to be a cunt. She knows I don't like her. And that's fine with those two. I mean, that's why they never have long-term success with any of their projects. I mean, Roast Battle should still be on the air. And it literally limped to 3 seasons in America. And nobody talks about Roast Battle in the UK. Nobody. Then they then go to Historical Roast, which got 1 season on Netflix. 1 fucking season. And it was so bad. And that show took 10 years to develop. And now those kids have nothing. But that's typical Jeff. You know, Jeff walks into a show he didn't build or create, strips all the meat off the bone, and then leaves and goes to another shitty roast idea. And, you know, I'll go head to head with him any day of the week. And I challenge people, and no one ever takes me up on this. Go to Roast Battle Season 1. I think it's on Paramount Plus. Might still be on Comedy Central. Now, I was on 6 episodes. You go to any of those episodes. I'm not giving you one to go to where I knew I did well and Jeff didn't. Go to any of them. Episode 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, 3. You tell me where Jeff was funnier than me. You won't be able to find an episode. Yeah, I mean, Moses, Moses kind of probably saw, I don't know the inner workings of what they did, but, I remember walking in the early days of when Jeff came on board, and Jeff and Rel Battle were arguing in the green room of the belly room. Because, Rel was really the Jeff of the show before Jeff. Now, he didn't add a lot to the show, to be honest with you, but, he was kind of Moses was always the face of the show, then there was me, and Rel was kind of the hype man almost. And then Jeff came on board, and Rel's role was significantly reduced. And I'm sure that was part of the, the problem between those two. So, but Rel was smart, and his manager was smart, because he got a producer credit on every season of Roast Battle, and he did nothing. So, that's why you want a manager. Shit like that. So, Earl, I've never been able to piss you off no matter how hard it is. Well, yeah, Mickey, I'm a soldier, I've heard it all. You're gay, you look like a pedophile, you're not funny. It's the same fucking 5 insults. So, but I appreciate the $2 super chat, to be honest with you, baby doll. I'm trying to educate the trolls into not reading their shit anymore, and then they get so frustrated. It's the Kevin Brennan business model of, then they'll super chat me. I mean, that's where the money, honey, comes in. But I don't know what that is, Empire. Sorry about that. Guys, we'll go 3 more minutes. We'll go to the 80-minute mark. Then I have to get ready for comedy, action, and I got to go to the market real fast and get Lois some food. Lois be hungry. So, and then I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, Sunday morning. And we'll probably stream at some point tomorrow, probably around 6 to 7 p.m. my time tomorrow. Van Halen 2, Out of Love Again. Same thing, Alex is drumming. Yeah, Alex Van Halen doesn't get the credit for being a great drummer, but it's hard to get the credit musically in a band where Eddie was the guitar player. I will, Buddhist Priest. It won't be tonight. It will be tomorrow. Because the rest of my night is busy. Busy, baby. And then for those noobs in the stream, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really like to get to 4080 by the time the stream ends. I don't think that is too much to ask. Thank you, Jenna, as always. I am an assassin. I'm a soldier. And the Earl. Yeah, I mean, Roth is he's doing spoken word at this point. But what a great band. I mean, Michael Anthony's a great bass player. Best backing vocals in the business. Maybe him and Juan Crochet, the bouncing beaner on bass in Rat. He certainly supplemented Piercy's vocals quite nicely. And bonjour. I don't know how to say we are ending the stream in 1 minute, Alex. But welcome to the stream. And then, David Lee Roth was a great front man. Not a great singer necessarily, but engaging, we'll say. Baby looked like a hot snack. I'm going to assume you say you're a guy, but anyways, I'm dealing with an itchy sack. Maybe take a bath. All right, I see the trolls are coming in, so we got 30 seconds, guys. And then Earl Skakel will be done for today. I appreciate you guys. Now, let's see who's live right now. I like to give you guys streaming options because I'm probably the only guy in the streaming world where I give you guys. We've got Kevin Brennan sniping Stuttering John. So you could either go to Stuttering John, or you could go to Kevin Brennan sniping Stuttering John. I recommend that. I don't know who this guy is. Nasty Neil. And then we've got, what else do we have? We've got Keanu, Saturday Night Gossip and Giggles. You can check that out if you will. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Earl Skakel, over and out.